Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Bret's Table. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Today we are going to talk about tomatoes and making a Panzanella salad. So hopefully you've been enjoying tomatoes this year. They are definitely in season, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about some of the varieties. This is a green zebra that I have growing in my garden. This is a purple prince that I also have growing in my garden. This is a sun gold, very sweet, like a cherry tomato that I also have growing in my garden. They don't make it into the house because I'm picking them off like berries. This is a purple Cherokee that I picked up from a farmer at the St. Paul Farmers Market, Nelson Family Farm. Justin grows these beautiful tomatoes, and this is one variety. This is a Carolina Gold that he also grows, he and his family. This is a tomato that you would not want to put in this salad. This is a Roma or San Marzano. These are great for making tomato paste, but they don't have a lot of juice, which is an advantage when making tomato paste. But juice is very important in this Panzanella salad. So I am going to use a variety of these today. Definitely the Carolina Gold, the Purple Cherokee, the Green Zebra, and the Purple Prince for sure, and probably the Sun Golds. So I'm going to get these out of the way. Yeah, this is a salad that you want to be making now. It's August, they're in season. It's not a salad that you want to be making in December when the tomatoes are coming from who knows where. So seize, as they say, seize the moment. So the first thing we're going to do is make a vinaigrette, and the recipe for this is on my blog, bretstable.com, and the salad on the blog would serve 6 people, but I'm here by myself, so I'm going to be making a smaller batch because I don't want to be eating this salad for 3 days. So anyway, I've got a bowl here that I'm going to actually, before I do that, I've got one thing that I need to chop. And with my beautiful Japanese knife that I was gifted last week. So I've got a clove of garlic here that I'm just going to peel, show you how to peel it. I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic. This is totally optional for the salad. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the root end here and hitting it with my knife, and the paper just comes right off. So then I'm taking, smash the garlic, and if you put a little salt on your garlic clove, I've just got my salt box here, it helps to not have the garlic stick to your knife. So I'm just going to mince that finely. You can also mince it by running it across under your knife. So there we have minced garlic, and you don't have to use a garlic press. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. Now I've got my bowl. I'm gonna put my garlic in the bowl. And I have a bit of Dijon mustard. I think it says about half a teaspoon. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in the bowl here. I'm gonna wash my hands. And I've got a little red wine vinegar that I'm going to add. Again, I'm not using the whole thing because I am making this for one. And I've got my salt again. Add a little more salt. And I'm using this organic olive oil from Italy, since this is an Italian salad. So I'm just going to mix this together. I'm going to add a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper. And I'm just going to whisk my olive oil into the other ingredients. And the Dijon mustard helps to emulsify the dressing and keep it from breaking, because the vinegar is considered water, the olive oil, and generally water and oil don't mix. So the Dijon mustard helps to emulsify and keep the ingredients together. A little more. There we go. So that is all there is to making a vinaigrette. I've got some chopped oregano and thyme that I also got from my garden, so I'm just going to add some of that. And then set that aside. So I've got a baguette that I picked up yesterday at Rose Street Patisserie. I left it out. I chopped it into these chunks. You could also tear it. You could use a ciabatta, a boule, but it was difficult to find a really decent bread yesterday with so many things closed. So Rose Street was open for takeout, so I picked up a baguette because really, you know, I think I'm French. So we're using a baguette that I toasted with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's good to go. Now also, as an optional ingredient, I'm going to use a bit of red onion. You could also use a shallot. So I just cut this in half, peel off the outer part of the onion and get rid of that. And then slice this really thin. And the recipe says about half a cup. But again, I'm making this for one, so I won't need that much. So that will go into my salad. Yes, I need to. And then I'm going to take my green zebra. And that one looks like it's beyond repair, so we'll get another one. So this is the purple Cherokee. I'm just taking out the, and there we have a beautiful purple Cherokee, and you just cut these into bite-sized pieces. and these will go into my bowl. We'll try this green zebra and see what that looks like on the inside. That looks good. So that goes in. Yeah, this is just so very simple. And you could stop. You could stop with just the vinaigrette and the tomatoes and the bread. You don't have to add any other additional ingredients. And that's really the classic, is just tomatoes, bread, and vinaigrette. But there is, that's a beautiful Carolina Gold that Justin grew. And I think I will add also this Black Prince. So that goes in the bowl. Gotta wash my hands. Now, some other things that you could add to your salad. This is a fresh mozzarella from Eichten Farms that I picked up at the farmer's market yesterday, so we could just tear off some of this mozzarella and add that to the bowl. Then I also have, this is a fresh goat cheese, and I want to show you why this is wrapped in wax paper. And this is really how cheese should be wrapped. If you don't have it wrapped in cheese paper, this is the best way to keep cheese fresh. Cheese is a living organism, and so when you find cheese wrapped in plastic, it's really just, it's suffocated in dyes. And Mary from Lustry Farms, you know, not only wraps it in wax paper, but then also puts it in a paper bag just to keep the cheese fresh, to keep it alive. And so you can add, this is a fresh goat cheese that I'm just going to crumble up and put in here as well. You can also take this and slice it and saute it. It holds its shape, and you could put these tomatoes on that, on a piece of bread, and serve it that way as on crostini. So beautiful cheese from Lustry Farms. Mary is down at the St. Paul Farmers Market as well. So, and then later I'm going to add a couple of anchovies to the salad, just to have, because I love anchovies. You could add some capers to this as well. There's all kinds of things that you can add. So this is it. I've got tomatoes, a couple of different kinds of cheese, some thinly sliced red onion. I'm just going to add some of my bread to this and get a spoon or a spatula and toss all this together. And now this is going to sit for at least half an hour and up to 3 or 4 hours in order to give the vinaigrette a chance to soak in with the tomato, with the juices of the tomato, and soften up the breadcrumbs a little bit. Later I will add a boiled egg, just again to have some protein, and this will be my lunch today. So that's all there is to it. That took exactly 14 minutes to make a beautiful, delicious lunch. If the bread had been stale from yesterday, I wouldn't even have to turn on the oven. And we have lunch. So please let me know if you have any questions. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover this morning. So there's Eichton Hidden Farms to get mozzarella at the St. Paul Farmers Market. There is Love Tree Farms at the St. Paul Farmers Market to get the fresh goat's milk cheese. There's Justin at the Nelson Family Farm. All of this I got at the St. Paul Farmers Market. Or my garden. But one other thing before we go is to add some fresh parsley. You just tear it up. Some leaves. And this came out of my front yard garden as well. So we're just going to tear these up, and then some fresh basil leaves. Again, I have a little bed in my front yard, so I'm just going to tear up some basil leaves. And if you tear them instead of cutting them with a knife, the leaves won't turn brown on you. So I'm just gonna tear up a couple of more leaves. I'm going to put the rest of this parsley into, and toss that around. And there you go. That is Panzanella salad, a typical salad from Italy with tomatoes that are in season, bread that's, the bread, going back to the bread. You want to use a really good crusty bread. This is not a time to use sandwich bread or whole wheat bread. You want something that's got some body, some crust, some heft, so that it doesn't completely fall apart when you toss it in the vinaigrette with the tomato juices. So buy the ingredients that you can find always. Eat well, live well, and we will see you next Sunday. So thanks everybody for watching. Take care.